Hi, and welcome to another Stamps the Mail Club video from Loven Stamps. I am excited to show you these birthday medallions. I've been making a ton of medallion cards lately, so I wanted to finally have one with a video tutorial so that you can see. They make great tags or wall hangings or whatever you want. This is the die, you see it, that you use to make these rosettes. It's the Big's Designer Rosette XL die from Stampin Up, and it makes short work of your designer rosette pieces. So I am going to start with two pieces. You'll notice when the die cuts, it actually cuts one zigzag piece and one scallop piece. So what I did was put two, take this 8.5 by 11 piece and cut 8.5 by 11 in half. And so I split the scalloped ones off, and some of the kits will have scallops and some will have these little zigzags. So you want to go ahead and trim off any partial ends that you have because you don't want an extra piece in there. Let me get my stamps, age awareness stamps out of the way. And to start off, what I like to do is just line them up this way and start folding back and forth. I'm going to fold both down with the first step so that I get a very, so I get the same direction of folds on both of these die cut pieces. So just zigzag, see, back and forth until you have both of these finished. When you have those both done through the magic of television, I am going to attach them, and you want to hook these together. See how that works? So you're kind of hooking, and the adhesive to use for this is hands down hot glue. I love all the adhesive that Stampin' Up! Carries for all different projects, but I have the best luck with hot glue for this application. These designer rosettes have a lot of forces on them, the cardstock shear forces. I know we're fancy physics here. If you're a physicist, please excuse my fake physics. Anyway, there's a lot of pulling forces, or materials science engineer maybe. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use hot glue because it works best. Alright, and stay away from pretend physics. Alright, so now what I like to do is go ahead and make the rosette part. You're going to have your sort of cone here, have your next piece of backing paper ready, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather in the center and push down. I realize you can't see that very well. Okay, let's see if I can do it. So what I would do in the middle of the air is gather in the center. Yeah, totally not functional. Gather in the center and push it down. There. I think that was a pretty good view of what was going on. So, all right, now with one hand, or grab a friend, hold that down. With the other hand, put lots of hot glue, lots and lots, like big puddles, around the outside of your starburst piece provided. It has to be around the outside because look, there's a hole in the middle. If you put it in the middle, it won't touch anything. It's not effective in gluing anything down if your glue can't reach the paper. So, okay, and don't pick it up until it's cool. So hot glue doesn't grab instantly. Hot glue grabs and then it takes a second to dry, or cool, I guess. And so give it a second to cool. There. It still needs to be very stable, a second side to your die. And I need more glue. So keep a little finger on there just in case it's not doing what it needs and staying. So we're going to put more glue again on the outside of the second starburst, and this is from the Moonlight Designer Series paper stack, which uses several of the new ink colors and is gorgeous. So the patterns vary. Yours may be just a little bit different from your Stamps the Mail Club kit. Try not to burn yourself. Always good advice with a hot glue gun. Alright, so I have that glued on. So now you can see the front and the back of my medallion. Alright, now we are going to figure out where our bottom is. This piece right here, see how there's a section missing from the starburst? That's because for this size starburst, this Designer Series paper pad is just a teeny bit too narrow. But no big deal, because we've designed our area to cover it up. So I have this punch art piece that I've created, and it's going to go right over that area. So that's going to be our sort of bottom right side. But we'll go ahead now and orient at the top and punch a hole. Whoa, that hole is really close to the edge. Well, that's okay. it will work fine. And grab this, and then I kind of like for tags like this, you to just grab the two pieces and put them through together to make a little kind of a knot like that. Make sense? Alright, so now we need to make our happy birthday for the center. Let's get the glue gun out of the way before I burn myself. Huh, impressive. I've done my hot gluing without burning myself. So far, so good. I have my birthday stamp from Age Awareness. It's already mounted here. It's tempting to want to stamp birthday first, or happy first, but honestly, I go with birthday first because it is the one that is going to be the trickiest to place. So I'm going to start with my lightest. When I'm using my Stampin' Up markers, I really like to start with the light colors and then work darker. Then you can be a little bit on the sloppy side for your light colors and then get more and more precise as you work darker and get more ink on there. So that was Honey Hello, and I'm gonna do the exclamation mark and the D in Lost Lagoon, as well as the I, and then continue to color everything else with Blackberry Bliss. And when you get it all colored, go ahead and stick it on here. I'm going to put it down a little bit towards the bottom, make sure my Y fits, and go ahead and stamp that. And that is the beauty of clear photopolymer stamps, that you can see to get everything set. I actually missed a little bit. I didn't take my own advice about using my paper piercing pad. So you know what? Here's the other thing that's cool about photopolymer. I can actually line this up again and stamp it one more time to get the rest of that ink off there. I know I colored it well, so. Alright, check that out. There, my H now has the rest of its pieces. Alright, so then we are going to go on and add the Happy here from Age Awareness. I love these photopolymer stamps. Make sure when you store them that you store them out of the light. The process that they're made uses light to cure the stamps, to make them get hard and stuff, and so having them exposed to the daylight is kind of hard on them, so you'll want to store them like in a drawer or a cabinet or something. Alright, and there we have our happy birthday, and then I'm feeling swirlies. Are you feeling swirlies? Okay, here's my swirls, and I'm going to grab my Lost Lagoon ink pad, or you could use your Lost Lagoon marker again, and I'm going to swirly up this baby. There we go. So now we have some at the top. I think it needs one over here just for balance, don't you? Alright, there's our swirliness added. I'll go back to our tag here, and this is going to, of course, be mounted on Stampin' Dimensionals. And can you hear all this stuff I'm shuffling off the edge of the camera view? You wouldn't believe it if you saw the crap on that. Don't leave a comment that says, show me all that stuff. I want to see what it looks like. Well, okay, you could, I guess, if you really wanted to. Anyway, I'm going to make a little ribbon tail out of cardstock to go with our medallion cupcake. So I'm going to go ahead, here's a trick for you. If you're trying to cut ribbon tails and make them exact, slit up the center and then make your cuts to that point from the corners, and then you know you'll have an even ribbon. But this one we're going to do even a little differently. I'm going to slit right up the middle, another 3/4 of an inch or so, and then I am going to sort of tweak my paper so that it folds out. See how that goes? Now it has a little bit more dimension, so that when I pop that on the back of our medallion, like so, it looks like it has just a little bit more, I don't know, interest or motion or whatever you want to call it. And then this is going to go right here. So I'm going to put my dimensional on and then stick down our medallion piece. And there is our finished happy birthday tag. So you could use this as a gift tag. You could hang it on a doorknob. You could, I don't know, hang it on somebody's glass at breakfast in the morning when they come down before school, all kinds of fun things. So this is a great project for all kinds of occasions. Make sure you check out my other designer Rosette projects that I've posted recently on my blog. Subscribe to my blog so you don't miss anything. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You won't miss any videos either. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.